Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Talks. Let's talk something technically. So today we are going to deal with data viewer on Thunkable, how to connect it with Firebase, and how to do the crude operations on data list viewer. So let's get started. So the design components which we need are first I'm putting a row and I'm making this home screen vertical alignment to top. Then inside the row I'm going to put a text input. So this text input for adding the data to the data list viewer, and whenever we want to edit the data that we can able to do it with this text input. So along with the text input I'm going to put two buttons. So the first button is for adding data to this, so I'm just changing its name to add button and I'm just changing its text to add. So same way I'm just duplicating this button to have one more button. So this one is actually for updating the data on the list viewer. So I'm just setting it as edit button and changing the text to edit. So after doing this I'm just clicking on this row once again and setting the height of it to fit contents, and just below this I'm going to put a data list viewer. So I'm just searching for data viewer list and then putting it below the row. So these are the things we want for the design, and for the functionality we need alert and then we need real-time DB. So it had to be connected with the Firebase, any of the project in which your data been stored. So the alert is for our error handling. So I'm going to connect the data viewer list with the real-time database. Inside that I have a folder with the name sample data, and inside the sample data I have some set of data from Agile till data 3. This is the data we are going to fetch in Thunkable today. So I'm just going to this data list viewer, and to add the data source to the data list viewer we have three options. For that we have to first click on this add. Then we have to click on this create new option. Here we have three options: create your own table, Airtable, Google Sheets. I am going to use create your own table, which been stored in the local storage. So I'm just going to create your own table and I'm going to give the name as list data table, and I'm just creating it. And here we have to add it once we created the data. So I'm just selecting list data table, and by default there will be two columns when we create a local storage table. So for checking that we can go to the left side on this data source, we can search for list data table, and if we click on it we can see two columns been created by default. So I need only one column as I have only one data set. I'm just removing this column 2 and I'm just closing this. And in the right side, so whenever we are getting the title, so I need only one title, so I'm just clicking on this, changing it to title, and I'm setting the text as column 1. So now we are going to do the first functionality, like whenever we are opening the screen we are going to get the data from the Firebase and we are going to show it over here. So for that I'm going to blocks. So the first thing I will do is I'm just going to create a variable with the name complete list. So in that we are going to save all the data which is there in the Firebase, and I'm just setting it as empty list. And then when the screen opens, so I'm going to home screen. When home screen opens, first I'm just doing it as set app variable list to empty list. And the second thing I will do is I will go to this data source where we have all the operations along with our local storage table. So I'm just going over here, going to the last command which is delete all the rows. So I'm just putting it over here and selecting the table list data table, and it will be deleting all the rows. For error handling I'm just using this if condition, if there is no any error. If not an error, then we are going to this real-time DB and I will use this command real-time DB get. So we have to get the details from the sample data. So I'm just going to give the same name here, sample data. Then if you do so, all the data under the sample data will be fetched in this value. So here also we have to check for error correction. So I'm just putting if else over here, and if there is no error, we have to get the data. So if not an error, then I'm going to use a count loop here. For that I'm going to control and getting this count loop. So we have to count it from 1 till the length of our list. So I'm just going to variables, so I'm just going to list, and we have a command over here, length of list. So instead of this list, we have to get our app variable list. So I'm just going to variables again and getting this app variable list, and I'm going to set it as the maximum value for the loop. And inside that we are going to add the data to the local storage table. For that I'm going to data source, and here we have create row option that I'm putting it over here. So I'm just putting this create row over here and changing its table to list data table. And for this column value, we have to get the data of the Firebase. So I'm just putting the create row over here and selected our table. So to add the data to this data table, I'm just going to this list, and we have a command over here, in list get the item. So instead of this, I'm just putting it as our list app variable list and putting it over here for the column value. And instead of the 1, I'm just going to put this variable I over here. So if you do so, it will be like adding all the data to the list data table, and if there is an error, I'm going to show that alert over here. So setting the title to the error, and I'm going to show the alert over here. So I'm just going to alert and putting this alert show over here. So now let's check whether it is working or not. For that I'm going to design. So I'm just clicking on this preview. So it's loading. So we are going to fetch all the data from the Firebase and show it on the data list viewer. Just going to variables first and creating a list variable for storing the data from the Firebase, and for that I'm just going to list and setting it as empty list, and I'm going to home screen. When this home screen opens, so I'm just first doing is on the variables, I'm setting this variable list to empty list, and then I'm just going to this data source, and at the end of that we have a command delete all the rows that I am getting and setting to the table which we have. So if you do so, it will be deleting all the rows from the table. After that I am going to real-time DB and I am calling this real-time DB get. So the key is sample data here. So I'm just typing it as sample data, and we will be checking an error handling here. If there is no error, then we will be setting all the value to the app variable list. So I'm just going over here and putting app variable list to the value which we have. Then I'm going to use a count loop here for counting for looping through all the values. So I'm just putting this count over here. So we have to loop through from 1 till the length of the list. So we have a command in the list known as length of list. So I'm just putting our variable list here. So I'm just going to variable and getting the list again and putting it over here. Inside that I'm going to data source and using this command create row, and instead of place I'm just changing it with the list data table, and in this place we have to add the data. So for that I'm going to list again, and we have a command over here in list get value. So I'm just putting it over here, and we have to get the data from our app variable list, and we have to get it one by one. So for that I'm putting I over here. So if it is completed means it is successful, if it is not means there is an error. So I'm just going to show that error over here. So setting the alert to the error we have, then I'm just going to alert again and calling this alert show. So now let's see whether it is working or not. For that I'm going to design and I'm clicking on this preview. So now we can see that whatever the data we have in the Firebase, all the data been fetched and it's been successfully showing over here. So the next thing we are going to do is how we can add the item to the data list viewer. So I'm going to blocks once again for that. So whenever we click on the add button, we have to do that operation. So when the add button is clicked, I'm just going to this data source. Here we have operation known as command create row, that I'm putting it over here, changing the table to list data table. Over here we have to give the data, so I'm just getting the text from this text input 3 and putting it over here. Then I'm going to create a function for updating the value on the Firebase, that I'm creating over here. So I'm going to functions and getting this, and I'm just changing its name to update. And inside that, the first thing I will do is I will be making the variable list to empty list, and then I'm going to do like setting the app variable list to the value which we have on the data source. So we have a command over here, list of all the values, that I'm putting it over here and changing the data table. And after this we have to add it to the Firebase. So I'm going to realtime db1 and calling realtime db. So we have to add it to the sample data, that I am giving here sample data. So we have to add the value which is there in the variable list. For that I am going to this variable list. So we can directly add it like this. If you do so, one extra variable will be created on the Firebase, which the name scope variable info. To avoid that, I am going to this objects and getting the two options here, get object from JSON and generate JSON from object. So instead of the app variable list, these two commands I am going to put it over here, and then I am going to put this app variable list at the end of it, just to avoid that scope variable info. So after doing this, I am making the text inputs text as empty again. So I am just putting set text inputs text to empty, and I am going to call this function whenever the add is successful. So I am going to function and calling this update. So now let's check whether it is working or not. I am going to design and I am just previewing the app. So every data been storing over here. So I want to add some data. Let's say I am going to add data 4 and clicking on this add button. It's been updated at the end of the list and the text input been empty after that, and the same thing been updated on the Firebase as well. So add operation is working. So the next thing we are going to do is edit option and the delete option. So by default in data list viewer we have left swipe and right swipe. So that I'm actually going to use, I'm just enabling this left swipe, and instead of this left I'm just going to change it to edit, and instead of this right swipe I'm just going to change it to delete. So first we will be doing the left swipe operation. So I'm just going to blocks and so I'm just going to the data list viewer. Here we have, when the data list viewer is left swipe, that means first we have to get the data like so whenever we are left swiping we have to do the edit operation. So whatever the item we have clicked, that we have to show it on the text input. So I'm going to the text input and setting the text to the item which we have clicked. For that I'm going to data source. So here we have a command get value, that I'm putting it over here and changing the table name and setting this row ID here. So after doing this, once we click on the edit button only we have to set the data. For that I'm going to this edit button, and when this edit button is clicked, so I'm just going to data source once again, and here we have a command known as update. So we have to update on the list data table. So here it is asking for the row ID and the value which we have to update. So the value is which is there in the text input. So I'm getting the text input 3. So for getting this row ID, I'm just going to create a variable here. So I'm just giving its name as row ID, and instead of empty list we have to make it as null for initial. So I'm just going to the blocks again, and over here whenever we are left swiping we are going to store that value to this row ID. So I'm just changing it to row ID and setting this row ID here. That's the same row ID we are going to use it here. So I'm going to variables again, setting the row ID over here. So after updating the value we have to do the same thing on the Firebase. So I'm just calling the function update. Now let's see whether it is working or not. So I'm just going to design and previewing it. So everything been loaded here. So I'm just going to edit this data one. So I'm just left swipe. So I'm just going to check the output. So I'm going to design, clicking on preview. So I'm just previewing it. So it's loading. Yeah, it's been loaded. So to check this data one, if we can able to edit it or not, I'm just going to left swipe and clicking on this edit. We can see it's showing data one over here, the item which we have clicked. So I'm just changing it to data 1 to 3 and clicking on this edit. So it's been updated here, and let's check the Firebase. Yeah, here also it's been updated on the same index. So the next thing we are going to do the delete operations. Whenever we are right swiping it, delete is over here. So that is what we are going to do next. For that I'm going to blocks, and when we are right swiping it we have to do the delete operation. So I'm going to right swipe and then I'm going to data source. So here we have an option delete row, that I'm putting it over here, and instead of the place I'm just changing it to list data table, and I'm just setting it to row ID, and then I'm calling the function update for updating the data to the Firebase. Now let's see whether it is working or not. I'm just previewing the data and it's been loaded here. So suppose I want to delete this sample, I'm just right swiping it, clicking on this delete button. So it's been deleted over here. So the same thing being updated on the Firebase as well. So everything is actually working fine. Now let's recheck it once again. So I'm going to add one data, let's say data 5, and clicking on the add button, it's been added over here. Same thing happened in the Firebase also. Now I'm going to edit a particular data, let's say this one. I'm just left swipe, clicking on edit. I'm just removing this 2 3 from here and clicking on edit. So it's been updated here. The same thing been changed to Firebase also. Now I'm going to delete suppose the first data. I'm clicking on delete, it's been deleted over here. The same thing been reflected on the Firebase as well. So these are the crude operations with data list viewer along with Firebase. Hope this video is helpful for everyone. Comment your queries and suggestions. I will try to revert as earliest as possible. So this YouTube channel is been done on my native language Malayalam, but we are doing videos in English language as well. Subscribe to this channel for getting technical related videos. Bye bye.